Hi to everyone, welcome to NCC channel. This is Naresh, chemistry teacher. Today I would like to discuss one of the concept from haloalkanes and haloarenes. Then I will discuss what are the questions asking in competitive exams like JEE mains, NEET, eapcet. If you watch this video to the end, you can get some idea how the questions asking in competitive exams from this concept. My request is invest your time for a few minutes to watch this video to learn something from this concept. Right. Today our concept is classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. First I will explain the concept, then I will discuss some previous year questions from JEE mains, NEET, EAP set. Right. So haloalkanes. So what is haloalkane? Haloalkanes nothing but halogen derivatives of alkanes. Halogen derivatives of alkanes. For example, I have taken one alkane CH3, CH2, CH3. Propane. Propane is one of the example of alkane. Here, just remove one hydrogen. Just remove one hydrogen atom and add one halogen atom. Just remove one hydrogen atom and add one halogen atom. We can get CH3, CH2, CH2X. It is haloalkane. 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 Haloalkanes also called alkyl halides. Alkyl halides. Because what the reason? It is alkyl group, it is halide group. It is alkyl group, it is halide group. Haloalkanes generally represent with RX. RX because it is alkyl group, it is halide group, alkyl halide. So we can use any alkyl group, methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, and we can use any halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, like that. Now coming to haloarenes. For example, I have taken arene. Benzene is one of the example of arene. Benzene is one of the example of arene. Just remove one hydrogen atom and add one halogen atom. Just remove one hydrogen atom and add one halogen atom. So we can get haloarene, haloarene, haloarene. Haloarene is also called aryl halides. Aryl halides. Because it is aryl group, it is halide group, right? Now discuss about classification. Classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So based on number of halogen atoms present on the compound, these are classified as monohalogen derivatives, dihalogen derivatives, trihalogen derivatives. So based on number of halogen atoms present on the compound, so these are classified as monohalogen derivatives, dihalogen derivatives, trihalogen derivatives. Now we discuss one by one. First one, monohalogen derivatives. So monohalogen derivatives. So what is monohalogen derivative? So if the compound contains only one halogen atom, if the compound contains only one halogen atom, that is called monohalogen derivative. For example, CH3X, CH3, CH2, X, CH3, CH2, CH2, X. All these compounds, this compound contains only one halogen atom, one halogen atom, one halogen atom. If the compound contains only one halogen atom, that is called monohalogen derivative, right? Coming to second one, dihalogen derivatives. Dihalogen derivatives. If the compound contains two halogen atoms, if the compound contains two halogen atoms, those are called dihalogen derivatives. For example, CH2X, CH2X, CH3 CHX X. So these two compounds, this compound contains two halogen atoms. This compound also contains two halogen atoms. These are examples of dihalogen derivatives. In dihalogen derivatives, the two halogen atoms can arrange in two ways. The two halogen atoms can arrange in two ways. In first way, the two halogen atoms can arrange on adjacent carbons. In second way, the two halogen atoms can arrange on same carbon. If the two halogen atoms can arrange on adjacent carbon, it has a beautiful name, that is vicinal dihalide. If the two halogen atoms present on same carbon, it also has a beautiful name, that is gem dihalide. It is a gem dihalide because it is carrying two halogen atoms. It is carrying two halogen atoms. That's why it is a gem dihalide. Right. Now, vicinal dihalide. Vicinal dihalide has a common name, that is alkyline halide. For example, this vicinal dihalide contains two carbons. So can we say the name? So two carbons means eth. Can we say ethylene halide? Right. If the vicinal dihalide contains three carbon atoms, what will be the name? For example, CH3, CHX, CH2X. This vicinal dihalide contains three carbons. Three carbons means prop. Prop means propylene halide based on alkyline halide. Propylene halide. Right. Now coming to gem dihalide. It also has a common name. That is alkylidine halide. So based on alkylidine halide, can we give the name to gem dihalide? This compound contains two carbons. So two carbons means ethylidine halide. If the gem dihalide contains three carbons, so what will be the name? For example, CH3, CH2, CHX. It is one of the gem dihalide. It contains three carbons. What will be the name? Three carbons, that is propylidine halide. Right. In this way, we can explain about dihalogen derivatives. Now coming to trihalogen derivatives. Third one. Trihalogen derivatives. So if the compound contains three halogen atoms, that is called trihalogen derivatives. The compound contains three halogen atoms. If the compound contains three halogen atoms, that is called trihalogen derivatives. For example, CHX3. So this compound contains three halogen atoms. Generally, it is called haloform. It is called haloform. If the X is chlorine, CHCl3, that is called chloroform. It is one of the anesthesia. If X is bromine, that is CHBr3, bromoform. If X is iodine, that is CHI3, iodoform. In iodoform test, the product is iodoform. It is well known. So name reaction, iodoform test. Next. Now coming to monohalogen derivatives. Now we discuss about further classification of monohalogen derivatives. We discuss about further classification of monohalogen derivatives. Further classification of monohalogen derivatives. So monohalogen derivatives further classified into 5 types. Further classified into 5 types. First one, alkyl halides. Alkyl halides. Second one, allylic halides. Third one, benzylic halides. Benzylic halides. So fourth one, vinyl halides. Vinyl halides. Last one, aryl halides. Aryl halides. Now we discuss one by one. First one, alkyl halides. Alkyl halides also called haloalkanes. Haloalkanes. So in alkyl halides, halogen directly adds to alkyl group. Alkyl group. So example, CH3X, CH3, CH2X, CH3, CH, CH3X, CH3, C, CH3, CH3X. All these are examples of alkyl halides. Again, these alkyl halides classified into 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree alkyl halides. For example, this carbon attached to only one carbon, it is a 1 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 1 degree carbon, it is a 1 degree alkyl halide. In this carbon directly attached to two carbons, it is a 2 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 2 degree carbon, it is a 2 degree alkyl halide. Next, coming to this one, this carbon directly attached to 3 carbons, it is a 3 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 3 degree carbon, it is a 3 degree alkyl halide. So in this way you can explain. Next, coming to second one, allylic halides. Allylic halides. Allylic halides. In allylic halides, halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. Allylic carbon. So what is allylic carbon? I will explain. For example, I have taken CH2 double bond CH single bond CH3. It is sp3 hybridized carbon. It is sp3 hybridized carbon. It is directly attached to a double bonded carbon. So the sp3 hybridized carbon which is directly attached to a double bonded carbon is called allylic carbon. Allylic carbon. So now what is allylic halide? Just remove hydrogen and add one halogen atom to allylic carbon. If the halogen directly attached to allylic carbon, that is called allylic halide. Again, these are classified into 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree allylic halides. For example, CH2 double bond CH, CH3, X, CH2 double bond CH, CH3, X. So in this compound, this carbon attached to only one carbon, it is 1 degree carbon, 1 degree allylic carbon. Halogen directly attached to 1 degree allylic carbon, it is 1 degree allylic halide. 1 degree allylic halide. Here this carbon directly attached to two carbons, it is a 2 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 2 degree allylic carbon, it is a 2 degree allylic halide. 2 degree allylic halide. Here this carbon directly attached to 3 carbons, it is a 3 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 3 degree allylic carbon, it is a 3 degree allylic halide. Now, for example, I have taken this example. Can you see it is allylic halide? Yes, it is allylic halide because it is allylic carbon. This carbon directly attached to a double bonded carbon. It is allylic carbon, and halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is a allylic halide, 1 degree allylic halide. Right. Now coming to third one, benzylic halides. Benzylic halides. In benzylic halides, halogen directly attached to benzylic carbon. What is benzylic carbon? For example, I have taken toluene. I have taken toluene. So this is sp3 carbon. This sp3 carbon directly attached to a benzene ring. So this carbon is called benzylic carbon. The sp3 carbon which is directly attached to a benzene ring is called benzylic carbon. So what is benzylic halide? If the halogen directly attached to benzylic carbon, that is called benzylic halide. Just remove one hydrogen and add halogen. It is benzylic halide. Again, these are classified into 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree benzylic halides. CH, CH3, CH3, CX, CH3, CH3. Right. So this is the benzylic carbon. This carbon attached to only one carbon. It is 1 degree carbon, and halogen directly attached to 1 degree benzylic carbon. It is a 1 degree benzylic halide. Here this carbon is benzylic carbon. This carbon directly attached to two carbons. It is a 2 degree carbon. Halogen directly attached to 2 degree benzylic carbon. It is a 2 degree benzylic halide. Here this carbon directly attached to 3 carbons. It is a 3 degree carbon. Here halogen directly attached to 3 degree benzylic halide. Sorry, halogen directly attached to 3 degree benzylic carbon. It is a 3 degree benzylic halide. Right. In this way we can classify some alkyl halides, allylic halides, benzylic halides. In alkyl halides, allylic halides, benzylic halides, so it is important point. Halogen directly attached to sp3 hybridized carbon. Halogen directly attached to sp3 hybridized carbon. It is one of the PYQ. Right. One check, alkyl halides. Halogen directly attached to sp3 carbon. In allylic halides, halogen directly attached to sp3 carbon. In benzylic halides, halogen directly attached to sp3 carbon. So in alkyl halides, allylic halides, benzylic halides, halogen directly attached to sp3 carbon. Right. Now we discuss about vinyl halides and aryl halides. So vinyl halides and aryl halides. Now discuss about vinyl halides. Vinyl halides. For example, I have taken ethene, CH2, double bond CH2. Just remove one hydrogen and add one halogen atom. It is vinyl halide. So in vinyl halides, halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. Halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. For example, in vinyl halides, halogen directly attached to an sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon. Right. Now, for example, I have taken this compound. So can we say it is vinyl halide? Can we say it is vinyl halide? Here halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. Halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. So it is also vinyl halide. It is also vinyl halide because halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. Right. Now aryl halides. Aryl halides. In aryl halides, halogen directly attached to benzene ring. Halogen directly attached to benzene ring, and also halogen directly attached to sp2 carbon. Okay, in aryl halides, halogen directly attached to a benzene ring. In vinyl halides, halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. Double bonded carbon. So in this way we can explain about classification of monohalogen derivatives. Classification of monohalogen derivatives. So in these three compounds, alkyl halides, allylic halides, benzylic halides, halogen directly attached to sp3 carbon. In vinyl halides and aryl halides, halogen directly attached to sp2 carbon. Very, very important point. Right. Now we discuss about some previous year questions. Right. First question. Example of vinyl halide. Example of vinyl halide. It was asked in JEE Mains 2024. Option A. Option B. Option C. Option D. So these are the options. Example of vinyl halide. It was asked in JEE Mains 2024. Right. So example of vinyl halide. Now one check option D. So halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is allylic carbon. It is a allylic halide. Here halogen directly attached to benzene ring. It is aryl halide. Here halogen directly attached to again allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. Here halogen directly attached to a double bonded carbon. It is vinyl halide. The correct answer is A. Next, coming to second question. It is assertion and reason question. It is also one of the main question. Assertion. A. CH2 double bond CH CH2 Cl is an example of allyl halide. Allyl halide means allylic halide. Next, reason. R. In allyl halides, halogen attached to sp2 carbon. Options given. A is true, R is false. Option B. A and R true. Option C. A and R false. Option D. A is false, R is true. It is also one of the main question. It was asked in 2024 JEE Mains. 2024 JEE Mains. Right. So what is the assertion? CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH2 Cl is an example of allyl halide. That means allylic halide. So this halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. Assertion is right. Next, coming to reason. In allyl halides, halogen attached to sp2 carbon. In allyl halides, halogen attached to sp2 carbon. Halogen. This is halogen attached to. Is it sp2 carbon? It is sp3 carbon. So the reason is wrong. So A is true, R is false. The correct answer is A. Right. So now coming to third question. Third question. It was asked in neat. CH double bond CH single bond CH X CH2 CH3. The given compound is an example of. The given compound is an example of. Example of A. Allylic halide. B. Vinyl halide. Option C. Aryl halide. Option D. Benzylic halide. Okay. Here halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. Halogen directly attached to sp. It is allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. So option is allylic halide. Right? It is one of the question from neat. Neat. Now coming to fourth question. So which of the following is not an example of allylic halide? Which of the following is not an example of allylic halide? So allylic halide is very important concept. So frequently asking questions about allylic halide. So which of the following is not an example of allylic halide? Options given: 4-chloro bute 1-ene, 4-chloro bute 1-ene. Option B: 1-chloro bute 2-ene, 1-chloro bute 2-ene. Option C: 3-chloro 2-methyl bute 1-ene, 3-chloro 2-methyl bute 1-ene, 3-chloro 2-methyl bute 1-ene. Option D: 4-chloro pent 2-ene, 4-chloro pent 2-ene. Okay, we have to find out not an example of allylic halide. Right. He has given IUPAC names. We have to convert into structures. First one, 4-chloro bute 1-ene. Convert into structure. Bute 4 carbons. 4 carbons. 4-chloro 1-ene. Remaining hydrogen atoms. CH2, CH2, CH, CH2, CH2. Right. Next, option B, 1-chloro bute 2-ene, 4 carbons. So 2-ene, 1-chloro, remaining hydrogens, H, H, H3. Option C, 3-chloro 2-methyl bute 1-ene, bute, 4 carbons. 3-chloro 2-methyl 1-ene, remaining hydrogens. Option D, 4-chloro pent 2-ene, 5 carbons. 4-chloro 2-ene, CH3, H, 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 CH3. Now, so which is not an example of allylic halide? Which is not an example of allylic halide? Now one check. It is allylic carbon because this carbon attached to double bonded carbon. So halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. So this is also allylic carbon. Halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. Option C. It is also allylic carbon. Halogen directly attached to allylic carbon. It is allylic halide. Here halogen attached to this carbon. This carbon is not allylic halide because this carbon not attached to double bonded carbon. It is allylic carbon, it is not allylic carbon. So that's why it is not allylic halide. Option A is the correct answer. Right. In this way, you can explain about haloalkanes and haloarenes classifications. Right. Thank you for watching.